All right, welcome back to GreenTalksBucks. This is AJ. This is a new series that I'm doing. It's 30 interviews, 30 days. I was just at the ballislife and off the dribble events out here in LA. Got 30 interviews with all your favorite players and faces in the one-on-one scene. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and stay tuned for all 30 interviews. All right, welcome back to GreenTalksBucks. I'm AJ. I'm here with
DevInTheLab.
DevInTheLab. All right, so you are a YouTube pioneer when it comes to basketball on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
How does it feel to see the evolution of the space and where it's at now?
It's going from content one-on-ones to competitive one-on-ones, and I really enjoy it because like my goal is to see it in the Olympics, and you can't do that with just trying to get a bunch of clips. You got to have the clips and the competition, and over the years the skill level is going up, and it's just fun to watch.
For sure. So if it were to make it to the Olympics, are these guys competing here today, the ones that we're going to send out for the U.S.?
If they're good enough, right? Well, I mean, once you open it up to that, I just want whoever's the best. I don't really care about, all the other stuff. Obviously, there's games where you need to make it more popular, but for me, I care about who's the best. So, games like those, if those guys are the best, see, it's hard when you don't have help, but the pros come out here and lose a lot. You've seen it,
yes,
right?
Sure.
So, it's just whoever's the best can compete, and right now, those that got the best represent, especially like a player like Nas.
For sure. So that was actually leading me into my next question.
Yep.
Are you an advocate of getting these pros coming in more often? I see that you break down film of these EuroLeague guys all the time, and what do you think about those high-level pros coming in more often?
Part of me posting a lot of stuff that I do is not so much about recruiting, it's about me just showing love and just getting people to be seen and get other opportunities. But a little bit of that is like, bro, like if you ever are done or down, pull up. You got 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, and I always recommend that you start off with the team play so you can know the intensity, because you go right into that 1-on-1. One is conditioning battle, 2 is strategy, 3 is obviously skill. It's a lot of things that go into it. So, I definitely try to recruit a little bit, but other than that, man, I always just try to show love.
For sure. So I guess a pro that comes to mind is Briscoe. You think if Briscoe played against Nas again, you think it'd be a different kind of game?
Yeah, because they kind of know each other. But like Briscoe figured out some things as the game went on. But even still, there's only one way to prepare for a one-on-one game up to 30 of this magnitude. And that's playing it. So I think that when the game was going, we saw who was going to win. And when it got mucked up, it was tricky. But in that time, Briscoe started to figure some things out.
For sure. So you covered the Off the Dribble event last week, and now we're 2 days into the Ball is Life event. What do you think about all the new faces that have been showing out?
That's the best part about it. We're getting more faces, and that's why I'm trying to help grow the money and grow the popularity around it so that we can be able to pay a lot of these guys, but only the strong survive. So not everybody's going to get a chance to hoop. Like realistically, like you're going to get, it's only a top 5. The top 5 make the real money. And at some point, that's going to be a top 10, top 15. It's not there yet. So you got to be good, to really make livable, thriving money on this shit.
Sure. So I know you talked about how you don't really want to talk about the division in the space anymore.
I can talk about it,
Okay, well, do you think it's hurting the space, or do you think it's maybe adding a layer of competition between the platforms where they can maybe edge each other out from month to month?
I have so much respect for Scotty and Next Chapter and what they built, and they helped turn this to like really a just competitive space. And I did my part, they're doing their part in a big way. And for me to not compete with what he's doing is actually disrespecting him. But at the same time, obviously, I would love to see it all come together. It's probably not. And that's no reason why we can't all grow. There's enough money out there for everybody. And to win, I think that we have the better players. They may think that. I think that they're doing a good job, and they can't deny that we are either. So whatever it is, I wish the best of them. Is it hurting? Nah, because there's so many different players out there. That's why I don't have to trip. Like, whereas we wanted to see the Rob versus Nas matchup, now we really want to see LP versus Nas.
For sure.
So we're not. And I think the hotter ticket is to buy LP versus Nas, to be honest with you right now.
Especially the way they've been talking recently, right?
Yeah, so it's not going to happen. The collaboration, if it's going to happen, it's not going to be anytime soon, and that's totally fine. I wish nothing but the best to all my guys over there, like from the players to the staff, to, you know, I know a lot of those guys. Like, Scotty invited me over to stay at his house. You know, like, he's a good dude. And he's just very competitive. There's nothing wrong with that. Just how we be getting everybody to compete. I want to compete too. I want to make something.
Behind the scenes are competing as well.
I want to make something great, but you don't get that by pulling him down. So, like, I want to focus on our side and not think about them all the time. What are they doing? How can I outdo them? I'm gonna just make this the best that I can do and be creative.
Sure. So upcoming pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Nas versus Scoob.
March 27th.
March 27th.
Yeah.
We got a date?
We got a date.
Okay, for sure. Nas versus Scoob, LP versus Zay. Predictions on those games?
Oh, I just want to see it. I don't really care who wins. I don't want to seem like I'm buying or everybody says I'm buying. I don't really care. I'm just happy that it's happening. You know, like, we just want our matchups to start happening. Give the fans what they want. If we can't give the fans what they want, they're going to stop supporting. If we're going to give you more and more, we're going to keep building stories. I do what I do in the beginning of videos to give you a reason to support these guys, because I see how good they are. I talk to them behind the cameras, but y'all don't really get to see the stuff that I see. Now I need y'all to see it, because these are good players that are taking this so serious. And it means something when you win or lose now.
For sure. Who's a player that's underrated to you in the space?
I mean, there's a lot of them. Dom is underrated. Zay is underrated. I don't think people really know how good Zay is, and it's going to be a struggle when he goes up against LP for both of them. You know, LP is still not considered top 5 by most because of resume, but he's right there. But I always go back to left-hand Dom. Oh, dang. Dang is scary, and I can't wait to see more. You know, he beat I don't really want to put out the results or anything, but, you know, he's a scary player. So there's a lot of talent. I can go down the list, but, you know, you're seeing a little bit of something from everybody now.
So back to platforms and making games happen and stuff like that. What do you think about these new third-party underground platforms maybe stealing some games from the big-time platforms?
There's too many matchups to happen. I will just recommend, if you're really trying to build, you don't build it across 20 different platforms. You kind of stick, so like with the main players. And it's going to seem like I'm biased when I'm saying this, but I understand the goal. And the goal is to keep the main thing the main thing. So with the bigger matchups, try to make them happen over ballislife, because we're going to continue to grow towards my vision. And even if I don't help build to Olympics, me personally, and somebody else does, it's still my goal, you know? So I still think at the same time, on the flip side, it's a good thing that people are making these platforms in so many different places to play. And if you got a lot of places to play, it's more opportunities to get seen. And if you get seen, you get to the pay-per-view games one day, if you're good enough. So it's just more places for people to play, take on the smaller matchups, build a story, build a player, and then beat up in the NBA of this space.
For sure. So where do you see the space in 3 years?
Well, 4 in the Olympics. That's what I see it. If you could do it wrestling, you could do it all this other stuff, why can't you do it with this?
For sure.
So, I mean, there's a lot of one-on-one sports in the Olympics, and I think that, why not? So, you know, if you just keep making it popular, only one way for it to be done is that the fans support. The fans will support if we give them the matchups. And I'm going to make sure that happens. I know the people that I'm working with are going to make sure it happens, so let's do it.
For sure. Those other countries are going to have to catch up, man, because we're already over here.
No, that's not the thing. So, like, I plan on going to different countries. Like, right now I'm working on China, and the reason why is because I want people to see how cool and fun this is. And they kind of get it in China, but we need more players to start taking this serious. You can take your destiny in your own hand when you're playing one-on-one. It's you. You know, but I want to get over to all kind of different countries. I'm learning languages just so I can run camps in different countries so I can help build basketball. Like, literally, I'm learning Spanish. I'm on my day 16 of Duolingo in a row. So, you know, my wife speaks Spanish, so I'm trying to help build the sport globally, and it's not just here. If it just happens here, how are we going to do the Olympics?
For sure.
You know, so.
Okay, so we'll close it out with this. 2026 is supposed to be a big year for ballislife off the dribble. Yeah. What can they expect in the coming future?
LP and Nas is going to happen. You're going to get Scoob and, you know, obviously, you know, Nas. You're going to get Zay and LP. And you're going to get a lot of new faces in these pay-per-views that you don't know about. We're looking for somebody to beat left-handed Dom, literally. He's been beating everybody, and we're looking for somebody to beat him. And if you know somebody like that out there, please call our number, because we have nobody to beat him. We need somebody to. If this doesn't grow, if he just wins all the games, I like having a champion, but I want to have something to where you never know if Nas is going to win or not.
Does he play Nesco?
I was just talking about that because at this point, I don't know if Nesco is so much better than Dom. He did have a few runs on him today, but Dom he's one of them ones. So hopefully he gets better. He got injured today, but anyways, a lot of new faces you're going to be expected to see.
For sure. Well, you guys heard it here. Tune in for Ball is Life Off the Dribble, DevInTheLab. Thanks for taking the time.
Appreciate you, man.